This week, come along on a trip like no other to a place so special, saltwater captains vacation here. This is the Florida Keys. To be more specific, this is Isle Morada, and the term paradise doesn't seem to cut it. We're headed to the Gulf Stream from Bud and Mary's Marina with legendary Captain Richard Stanczyk, and Captain Tyler Capella is like a kid on Christmas morning. This is North American Fisherman.
Today we're heading offshore about 50 miles out of Isle Morada to go chase after the elusive swordfish.
A swordfish, a real obsession with me. Something, of course, that actually has turned out to define me. Myself, one of my best friends, Captain Vic Gasping, my brother, Captain Scott, had to sort of invent it as we went. And we found an amazing fishery out here in about 1,500 feet of water. This calm condition,
Yeah.
excellent for swordfish.
Really? This sword fishing thing was just completely new to me. I really didn't know what to expect, but I knew that swordfish were one of the most majestic creatures in the ocean. We went and caught bait right away. The weather was absolutely beautiful. The sunrise was just majestic. Heading out offshore into the unknown was an incredible feeling. It's almost surreal, really.
I have to tell you, when I met Tyler, I was really impressed. What a young, enthusiastic, just well-informed guy. And, then to find out that he has a background in marine science and marine biology, he's the type of guy you want to love to fish, because he's the type of guy that's going to help keep these fish from vanishing.
Well, the great thing about this is, we're heading out into the Gulf Stream. So I knew there was going to be opportunities to catch fish as we're going. That's what Richard said. You never know what you're going to run into. There could be sailfish, there could be dolphin, there could be tuna. Get on there.
Now, Tyler, there's two reasons you got to land this fish. One, we want to look good on TV, but more importantly, we're going to use him for bait.
Good.
We're going to use him for bait.
Bait fish.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
You know something about dolphin? They have it all. You know what I mean by that? Look at those
Look
colors.
at that color, huh?
Look at that. They jump, they
Lord.
fight, they're exciting, and you can eat them.
Man.
They're as good eating as anything you'll ever catch.
Looks like a painting down there.
This is a pair, probably a male and a female, and
Yeah,
if we
I
get
think I
lucky
got
and
the bull.
capture him, we'll just, yeah, you do have the bull. Kind of hold your rod tip down right about there. We're just going to let him jump out for a minute. You're always hearing about bull dolphin and cow dolphin, and what makes it different, what is the difference is the shape of the head. And you notice how the head right here is all
nice
squared
and
off?
flat and square.
Interestingly enough, we got a female catching a
we got
female and a
little
male
pair.
catching a male, and that's a cow,
Yep.
that's a bull.
Just a lot of crazy action. It's like you're going for, enjoying the nice little boat ride out there, and you're thinking about what's going on. And all of a sudden, captain says, "Oh, there's a bunch of dolphin right there," and you got to scramble and throw baits in the water. It's just controlled chaos for 5 minutes, and then you head on and keep on going to the next thing.
When you're fishing, it's all about the bait. All about the bait. That's the secret, right there. That, to a swordfish, is like a filet mignon.
Well, this is quite a rig right here. 200-pound test, and just chock full with 80-pound braid, so we can get this thing almost 2,000 feet down to the bottom. We got a nice, fully loaded squid right here that we're gonna drop down to the bottom, and we're gonna be using concrete to get these things down there. It takes, what, 5-10 minutes to get it down to the bottom? It's crazy.
Swordfish have one unusual characteristic. When they're hooked, they all swim up. So
Okay.
all you're gonna have to do is reel up the
Just
slack.
pick up the slack, keep it at high speed, and just reel.
And there'll be a lot of it. All right, now we just hit bottom.
Yep.
I reeled it up a couple
saw it.
turns.
Bounce.
You know, we're moving about 2 knots, 2.5 knots, so
Okay.
the bait is kind of actually
it's
being
wiggling
trolled.
around.
Even though you think you're sitting still,
Right.
the bait's being trolled. Remember?
Isn't there more current on the surface than down at the bottom?
Actually, there is. There's a veneer of current on the
Right.
top. The current is not on the bottom.
That's right.
Yeah. So there's one thing I always tell everybody sword fishing.
Yeah.
We're only a bite away from being a hero.
There you go.
That's a bite right there. Hunter. All right.
What do you do?
Yeah, watch what he's going to do now. Okay, now, Tyler, kind of relax. This is a tricky part right here. We're going to run through it with you real carefully. We hope he didn't tear the bait up. Swordfish don't come in and swallow the bait. They always do this. They whack it, whack it, whack it. Now watch your rod tip now. See if he comes back after it now. They have a tendency to come after it after you take it away. They get mad. So let's see.
Come on, baby.
There he is. You see him? See him whack it?
There he is.
Yeah, that was him. That was him whacking it with his bill. Okay.
Oh my God. I'm so pumped.
He chased that fish right up from the bottom. Yeah. This is not a good thing right here. However, it ain't over until it's over. So maybe we'll get a bite.
As it turned out, that first swordfish did let go. But don't go away. The guys are dropping down again. North American Fisherman is brought to you by Cabela's, world's foremost outfitter of hunting, fishing, and outdoor gear. By Trilene, anglers trust Berkeley Trilene. Yamaha Outboards, reliability starts here. And by Abu Garcia for life.
It's 90 degrees. We're 50 miles offshore Islamorada. We're dropping half a mile down for swordfish. This is North American Fisherman.
Welcome back to the Gulf Stream, where swordfish are the order of the
They
day.
have no swim bladder.
Our crew is fishing out of Bud and Mary's Marina in Islamorada, Florida, and have already caught a few dolphin and missed one swordfish bite. They're fishing with legendary Captain Richard Stangic, who perfected this method of catching daytime swordfish back in 2002.
Bite's very subtle, it's a little tap, and they're very hard to hook.
Seems awful heavy.
It looks as if they're onto another bite.
He's there.
I think he might be.
Back to freeze. Freeze full, freeze. There's that one.
Go, baby. Free spool?
It didn't break off.
What's the brakes? It's gone, it's gone. Yeah, it's gone. I gotta freeze full first.
I never saw it come off. You sure the fish ain't on there? You know, Tyler, sometimes I'd rather be lucky than good. I did everything wrong, and this damn thing might be there. You ready, son?
I'm ready.
Okay, grab the rod, take it with you. This is the right one. You know, that's why I couldn't forget it. I couldn't understand what happened. I never saw the lead break off because it seemed too heavy, and it was there the whole time.
Good boy.
If he goes to shaking his head, don't rear back.
Yeah,
It's just like a like a tarpon.
You're just kind of sitting down there and into something about a half a mile down. Might be a couple hours.
The battle with this fish ain't going to start till he sees us. Now I just saw a head shake there. That's a good thing.
It's going a little bit.
Yeah. Now this could be something other than a swordfish. Well, we got to stay with it. We ain't got no choice. You know.
You were saying, oh, you know, I'm not sure if it's a swordfish. It might be a shark. It's kind of hugging the bottom. Sometimes the big swordfish will do that, but sometimes the sharks are like, oh man, it might be a real big one. Like, this could be sweet, you know.
He's wanting to surge.
It's weird.
Yeah. It could be a bottom fish. Oh, there he goes. Hold on. Get the rod up just a little. Come up a little bit, right? Just don't. When he's pulling, don't pull back on that. Yeah, you don't put. Yeah, he may be turning his head now. He may be starting up. He rises. He rises.
Richard knew as soon as that thing started coming to the surface, he knew absolutely that it was a swordfish. I'm just cranking. Burn it. I cranked for probably 10 minutes, and that's not easy. Cranking all that lineup from 2,000 feet down.
Another thing too, a lot of times, remember, they want to jump on a day like this. Now, if you got a lot of pressure and you're battling this fish, and he begins to jump, that's when you back the pressure down and just sit. Don't rear back, okay? You're gaining. He is racing up. He is racing up.
Just reeled in about a half-mile of line. He's still 1,000 feet down.
He rises. He's coming.
He is. He's still coming.
He is coming up. Okay. I think we're about to get an introduction to this fish. There it is, right there. He's on the leader. This fish doesn't know he's hooked, all right? He doesn't know he's hooked.
Put him charge the boat.
Target. Watch out.
Awesome.
Funny thing, the first 1,500 feet is easy. It's the last 10 feet that are difficult with a swordfish.
Back off the current.
I mean, this is why you come to Isla Mirada right here, for a surreal experience of pulling sea monsters out of the deep. Nothing like it. I can't believe I'm here right now doing this. Just woo.
Easy, just keep steady.
Hey!
Oh my
look at
God,
that.
you saw it.
Awesome.
That was a price of admission.
Oh my gosh.
That was awesome.
Now watch what you're doing now. This fish is real green.
Sorry, I'm so stoked.
Okay, Tyler, you have basically caught this fish, son.
That is awesome. Oh yeah.
All right, now you definitely got your first swordfish. Go ahead and unsnap yourself.
Whoa, look at that guy. Man.
All right, right in the, ooh, look at how he's hooked. He could have come off at any time.
He wasn't coming off.
Hey, that boy.
There he is.
Did good. Long way from a redfish flat.
I'm telling you. Say no speckled trout.
You know, I really love it when a plan comes together. This morning when I laid this whole thing out, I have to tell you, there was a little uncertainty. It certainly wasn't the best moon. It wasn't the best wind direction. And you know, the fish really weren't biting yesterday.
To catch something so legendary as a swordfish, especially in the daytime, which is kind of a new technique, is it's almost a surreal experience. She's going in the box, coming home with us tonight.
Isla Mirada has a well-deserved moniker, sport fishing capital of the world. And if you've ever been here, you know it's true. Blue water, backcountry, different species. This place has it all. Hook up with a marina like Bud and Mary's and it's a trip to remember. I'm John Haynes and this is North American Fisherman's Clubhouse. Tyler is using a cool technique today to chase swordfish. It's a lot like fishing for walleyes in the Midwest. Dragging baits on the bottom. The only difference, these baits are a lot bigger. The key? Big weights mean big gear. When you do hook up, you better have a reel to withstand that initial run and a rod with plenty of backbone to get that fish to the boat. Members of the North American Fishing Club can field test gear through our new Stuff program and get access to exclusive deals. And now there's a free and easy way to jump on board. Just log on to fishingclub.com/free magazine to sign up for your free subscription to our online edition of the North American Fisherman magazine.
North American Fisherman is offering you a chance to fish with our guys.
Wow, what a fish! Hey, I'm Eric Howdy with North American Fisherman. Do you want to come up here and fish with me?
No. Hold on 1 second there. I'm Captain Tyler Capella. If you actually want to catch some trophy fish, you got to come down to sunny Florida and fish with me. How about a huge smoker kingfish like this monster?
You can sign up at North American Fisherman's Facebook page, or you can go to fishingclub.com to sign up for a contest to fish with myself or Tyler Capella.
Plus, everything is included. Hotels, flights, and a chance to see this.
Hey, it's up to you. All you have to do is enter. Go to fishingclub.com or like us on Facebook for your chance to win.
Coming up, what's lurking beneath the surface that threatens to destroy the water you fish? Find out on Silent Invaders, up next. This is what happens when a particular population of fish in the Illinois River is startled.
Yeah, oh, right around back, behind the boat. Wow. Watch out, they're everywhere.
These are silver carp, the most notorious of the Asian carp family. Many believe the Illinois River has the densest population of silver carp in the nation.
That's kind of ground zero on this invasion.
Asian carp were introduced to the United States in the 1970s to control algae in catfish farms in the South. In the 1980s, floodwaters allowed the carp to escape and infest the Mississippi River basin.
When it comes to the river systems, if it's connected, if it's got a direct connection to the Mississippi or the Illinois River, it's going to have these fish in it.
Asian carp not only disrupt the food chain, push out native fish, are a nuisance to boaters, but they are also extremely dangerous. It was a flying silver carp that broke this woman's jaw as she participated in a sport created for the sole purpose of hunting this nuisance fish. Their population is growing at a rapid pace. The females can lay 2 million eggs a year, and they grow rapidly.
Once they get to a certain size, we don't have a predator that's capable of eating them, and they're just running unchecked.
So how do we get rid of them? Some say if you can't beat them, eat them. They believe that creating an appetite for silver carp will hold their population in check.
The vision about all this is to literally educate our people how to eat this fish.
But getting Americans to eat silver carp has been challenging.
People in this country just don't seem to want to pick around the bones.
Now there is concern that Asian carp have a path out of the rivers and into the Great Lakes through the Chicago Sanitary and Ship Canal. So a multi-million-dollar electronic barrier has been constructed to potentially stop the migration.
With the barriers in place, we are effectively plugging the biggest hole for the movement of these fish. It would be very difficult for fish to just swim right through this waterway behind us.
But not everyone is convinced, so cleaning, training, and drying boats every time they come out of the water can prevent the tiny microscopic creatures who lurk there from ending up in lakes and rivers where they shouldn't call home. It's the best defense we have against the ever-growing world of the silent invaders.
This is North American Fisherman's Field Test, powered by Stuff. Everything you see here has been tested and approved by members of the North American Fishing Club. If you want the latest in new gear, this is information you can trust. First up is the Magellan Explorus 510 Pro Angler Edition, which is a rugged handheld GPS system complete with microphone, camera, and speaker. It comes bundled with America's preferred fishing maps and fishing hotspots. Club member Thomas Hart was able to take it out and use it right away and find structure no one else knew about. Next, the Ready Edge Tactical Pro Knife Sharpener has Duromite cutter blades that are factory set at 30 degrees. You can even sharpen hooks and needles. Club member Justin Johnson says it's small enough to use on a keychain and is a must-have for any fisherman. To learn more about these products or to have your gear field tested, join me at fishingclub.com. Field Test, powered by Stuff.
North American Fisherman is brought to you by Ranger Boats, still building legends one at a time. Berkeley Gulf, alive, looks alive, feels alive, tastes alive. And by Hobie Fishing, powered by Mirage Drive. Next up, Knot Wars, and we head back to the Gulf for more blue water action.
Week 6 of Knot Wars Lite, featuring light lines from Berkeley. 6-pound 100% fluorocarbon, 8-pound Trilene XT, and the 6-pound Fireline. Pitting fishing knots against one another to find out which one is the strongest. This week's challenger, the Burke. Going up against last week's winner, the Palomar. Now, if you missed last week's episode, let me show you how to tie the Palomar. Start by doubling the line and running it through the eye of the hook, leaving plenty of line to work with. Holding the main line, use the loop to form an overhand knot before passing the hook back through it. To tighten, moisten the line and pull on both the main line and the tag line. So that's how you tie the Palomar. Now this is one of my favorite knots. In fact, it's pretty much my go-to knot. So I'm excited to see how it's going to stand up against this week's challenger, the Burke. Let's learn how to tie that knot. First, double the line and run it through the eye of the hook. Then run the double line up the main line before bringing it back to form a loop. Run the double line through the loop 5 times. Now make sure to tighten that against the main line and then moisten the knot and use both the tag line and the main line to cinch the knot. So there it is, the Burke. Now remember, when you trim this one up, you're going to have 3 tag lines. It's the challenger. Will it be strong enough? Let's find out. The Berkeley Knot Wars machine is all set up. Here we have the Burke, the challenger, on the right, and last week's winner, the Palomar on the left. Let's find out which one of these knots can hold up under the pressure. There it is. Palomar wins out again over the Burke. But you need to know, the Burke was a great challenger this week because when we put it up against the Palomar using braid, it actually beat the Palomar. But with the fluorocarbon and the mono, because of the difficulty of tying it with those smaller diameter lines and the added stress on the line with that type of knot, it just couldn't quite hold up to the strength of the Palomar. Which means that's the knot we're gonna see next week in the championships, going up against the reverse improved clinch. So if you want to learn how to tie either one of these knots, just head on over to our website, fishingclub.com, or better yet, download the Knot War app on your smartphone. Knot Wars, because no good fish story ends with a broken knot.
You know, we got 2 bites pretty quickly there.
All right, boy.
There he is.
Did good.
Actually, we only got 1 more bite and didn't get him. So Richard told us, you know, let's go have some fun somewhere. Hot dolphin action in Isla Morada, baby. Look at that. Look how many there are down there. Look at them all. That is beautiful. Look at that. Nice little cow. It was on. The dolphin were everywhere, and they were just suicidal. Like, we threw baits in the water, and 100 of them would just charge up at the bait, and they're running around the boat all over the place.
It was one of those days, so help me. I almost could have enjoyed it if we didn't catch anything, but we did.
You know, I felt like I just accomplished something great that I didn't expect to catch a swordfish for a long time, and to be able to go out there with a living legend, and Richard Stanczyk, is just phenomenal.